Thank you. Welcome to the press conference for Wimbledon men's singles champion Jannik Sinner. Please raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. Jannik, how satisfying does it feel to have defended your Wimbledon title?
Yeah, amazing achievement from my side. Very tough match today against Sasha. Felt like both very high level because it was not easy to play. It was very dusty, breezy. So very happy, and of course standing here again as champion means a lot to me.
Congratulations. You seem quite emotional after the match point. So how do you compare the emotions after this fifth Grand Slam title compared to the four first titles?
I think every Grand Slam is different, you know. Different story, different environment, different feelings before the tournament. For me, this one means a lot because it was a tough one after Paris again, because last year was also tough. By coming here, you know, I try to put myself in the best possible position to be as competitive as possible. And yeah, this is, we put in a lot of work, days in Monaco, very, very long, and definitely sacrificing a lot of my time and everything to be in this position, you know. So having this achievement means a lot to me, and yeah, it was an amazing day today.
Matt?
Well done, Jannik. I'm curious, like you mentioned, after the last month, and even, I guess, 9 months or even a year going back, and especially after you beat Novak, you mentioned how nice it was just to be back in a Grand Slam final. I'm sort of curious how much winning this felt like, sort of joy and elation, and also just relief, given your frustration.
I don't think it's relief, you know, to be honest. I mean, if I the only thing I'm very happy is that I'm trying to do my best every day, you know, and sometimes you have a tournament with a good outcome and sometimes you just don't have, you know. There's nothing you can really do about, and there is no failure if you don't win a Grand Slam, you know. It's very, very rare days, and now I had 5 in my whole life. We talk about 5 Grand Slams, but at the end of the day, these are 5 days of so many other days, and you just want to enjoy it, you know. And you know, today was a very tough day. If I lose, it's still a great day, you know. Playing a Grand Slam final, it's so rare and so special, and so for me, I never take things for granted. Of course, if I choose, I choose this outcome, but you know, at the end of the day, there are always 2 players, and big respect to Sasha because he's doing something amazing. You know, his game is growing and growing. So, you know, at the same time, that's exactly what's good. You know, because you have always someone who is pushing you to the limit, and we hope that Carlos is coming back as well, because tennis needs him, you know. And having Novak still around and having all the young players coming, it's really, really nice. But in the same time, you always need to work hard and to have moments like this.
Congratulations, Jannik. Another really impressive performance, especially on your serve. You know, it was almost 4 hours long, and you only faced 1 break point. How do you stay so focused?
No, I mean, I don't know. It's just staying in the moment, you know, to be honest, because if you lose serve once, the set is over most likely, especially playing against Sasha and against the best players in the world. You need to be very careful on your own service games, and I have improved throughout the whole tournament. You know, if you see the performance from the first 2-3 matches and how I ended the tournament, you know, it has been always growing, and that's exactly what I needed. You know, that was I was looking for this improvement, especially, you know, a player improvement from my side, and we made it happen. So of course mentally you need to make the switch as well, you know, to be able to do so. But I'm very happy how I handled this situation, especially this year, and yeah, now it's time to enjoy.
Congratulations, champion. Would you agree with the assessment that your decisive weapon in both matches, both against Novak and today against Sasha, was your return?
I think tennis is it's more about, you know, confidence, and when you feel in confidence, you feel that playing tennis is easier, you know, in that way. And I always think it's easier to return if you know mentally that you can hold serve, you know, so you are a little bit freer, you know, to return as good as you can. But in the same time, against Sasha, when he's serving like this, it's really, really tough to break, especially on a surface like this. So I try to, you know, understand, especially in the more important moments. Second set tie break, you know, trying to understand where is he going. And it was still very close, even though it was 7-2. But, you know, when you change on 4-2, you know that you have to make this point, you know, with my own serve, because if not, it's 4-3, you know, with big servers, you have 5-4 down, you know, so it's really tough. But I think, of course, the return is so important as well. But from my point of view, it's more important trying to keep the service games, and then you see what's coming with the return game.
Liz?
Congratulations. Last year when we spoke, excuse me, you said you weren't sure what to say to the royal family. And I just wondered, was it easier this time round? And are you able to share a bit about what you've said? And is there any chance you'd give Princess Charlotte a tennis lesson, because she's a big fan of the sport?
That was not easier. You know, I so much respect, you know, so I don't, I never know where the line is. But no, I think, you know, you can really see that, you know, they love the sport, and this is exactly how we feel as players on court when we see them, you know, watching tennis, and, you know, they you know, staying there for 4 hours, you know, under the sun with the heat, and it's really nice. And, you know, I asked the kids if they still play, and they are very happy, yes, they do. And we had a very, very small conversation, but I love it, you know, so that they also take time to talk with me, and it's something really, really nice. And having the whole, you know, the royal box there as well, and the whole people, you know, staying for a match like this for 4-ish hours, it's amazing. And that's also the reason why we love to play tennis.
Cedric?
Congrats, Jannik. I just wanted to ask you what made the difference in this match, in your opinion, because till 3-3 in the third, it was like a draw in football. Every stat was every tight. Did you think that at some point the slip had an influence? Did you come up with more intention? Did you win the serve return battle? What made this tiny difference that made you take the lead at this moment?
I know we talk about very small details, and you know, we started the match was, I don't say hot, but the conditions were very warm, but it was also windy, and it was really tough to break, especially from the side where the royal box is, because you played against the wind. So it was, for me personally, very tough to return. Then at some point, you know, the sun went down, so you couldn't see very well the ball as well. So I tried to understand where the best position would be to return his serve, but it's so difficult because you can stand, you know, very close, but also very far. If he serves like this, is so tough to get into the rally. I had my chances. Felt like in the third set in the beginning was a love 30 where I made, you know, a couple of wrong choices, but that's tennis, because you cannot be perfect for 4 hours, 5 hours. Honestly, I just tried to accept the situation and be as present as possible with the right attitude, and I think this today was the biggest key, to be honest. And still felt like he was moving quite well after he slipped, but I don't know, you need to ask him how he felt.
Okay, last English question here.
Yeah, about to ask you about the wind, because it was the day that we had more wind since the beginning of the championships. How did you adjust And also, were you surprised by the level of his forehand? Because I thought that the level of his forehand was as good as ever in the first 2 sets. Broke a little bit on the 4th set. Were you prepared for that?
I mean, I could see also from outside, you know, playing him when he was playing other matches, that the forehand he was hitting very fast, and he's a very, very tricky player to play against, because, you know, you can have several games where you don't touch the ball because he's serving so well, and then when he has the ball, he's trying to make so much damage, you know. So wind was there at moments. Then fourth set was okay. I felt like when the sun went down, also the wind went down for some reason. But it's really, really tough, and there's also a reason now why he won Grand Slam, why he's so close to what he is doing, everything now, you know. So yeah, he's improving a lot. I'm very happy for him. I know how much he works, his family as well, and it's good for the sport. So yeah, let's see for the next one.